Hi, today we're going to watch Kupenda, which means to love, and as a title I think this is rather apt. This is a documentary about 3 young adults with disabilities. Their names are Fumo, Hassan, and Mercy, and they're going to do something rather extraordinary. They're going to try and climb a mountain, Mount Kilimanjaro to be exact, in Tanzania, which is considered the highest mountain in Africa. Now, these 3 young adults live in Kenya, and the society that they live in considers people with disabilities to be less than. People with disabilities are associated with evil, with demons, with witchcraft, with sin. Many of their mothers are blamed for giving birth to people with disabilities, and fathers are also blamed because they may or must have not been present when the birth was happening. In other words, disability is something to be ashamed of in this society, and what these 3 young adults, Fumo, Hassan, and Mercy, are trying to do through their actions is to demonstrate that disability need not be a source of shame, but rather can be something that is overcome. And despite my misgivings about this kind of narrative, I do believe that this film has something to say. But I want to question whether or not it is necessary for all of us to climb metaphorical and literal mountains in order to get the supports and services that we need. I'm not saying that what these young adults have done is less than impressive. I'm saying that maybe they shouldn't have had to do it. But from what I can tell, they seem to want to do it, and they certainly seem to have had fun along the way. But the question, again, is also, when you're climbing a mountain, do you have to get to the top in order for it to have any sort of symbolic value? Or is it worth it just to take a step in the right direction? So that's one of the questions that I have with this film. I think this film is an important documentary because it demonstrates, number one, these kinds of inspirational journeys that we see a lot of people with disabilities do, but at the same time, it also questions that. It questions that through some of the, between-the-line readings that you could do when you're listening to people talking this film, because you're going to hear some very sad stories about death, about mutilation, about attempting to cure people with a disability. I think those are the real concerns that this film addresses, and that's not going to go away just because 3 young adults have climbed a mountain. Those are the issues that need to be addressed at the forefront, and although I do believe that this documentary demonstrates that, it also shies away from it a little bit. But that's where all of us come in. We can question some of those values and those assumptions that this film underlies. And we can ask ourselves at the end of the day, what does it mean to be an advocate? What does it mean to know what is needed for the community at large? And what does it mean to have heroes such as Fumo, Hassan, and Mercy do the hard work for us? Thank you.